Welcome to the Let's Talk with Paula show, where we talk about interesting topics. And I welcome my good co-host because he was away on vacation this time, which he never takes, okay? Last time he was at a conference, but he never takes vacations. And so I was glad to see him back today. And how are you?
Oh, I'm doing very well.
And I see you got a little suntan.
Oh yeah, yeah. I took my wife and my 2-year-old to the beach. My 2-year-old, she loves the beach, so we went down to Virginia Beach, and Debbie, the hurricane, the tropical storm, completely missed us. Oh, so we had a good week.
That was a little bit of everything. So tell me who you are.
Well, good evening. My name is Donald Bell. I'm an attorney here in Maryland. I have an office here in Prince George's County, where I love serving the people, the consumers of Prince George's County. I've been an attorney for going on 20 years. Actually, June made 20 years that I've been a licensed attorney here in Maryland.
Congratulations.
And I spent all of that time right here in Prince George's County.
Wow, congratulations to you.
Oh,
and happy anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
I had to put that in my calendar because I forgot Ross's birthday, okay?
Oh, yeah.
But this phone, I tell y'all all the time.
But you know he's a triplet, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I forget all the time, because I've been telling y'all forever that I'm having a problem with this phone. I refuse to buy it. See, by now I would have bought a new one. Yeah. But I just won't do it.
No.
And, and so Paul's had his phone forever, right? Yeah. And he says, Mom, just buy that thing that lady told you to get and take all that crap off there and store it. He said, so my other son said to him, he said, you mean to tell me Mama is a hoarder on the phone? Yeah. I had to laugh. I said, what that's supposed to mean? He said, you know what it means. You don't want to admit it like most hoarders don't, He said,
so you don't throw away anything?
I don't throw away
nothing on the phone. You keep it out. I'm saying on the phone, you keep it out.
If you saw it. Yeah. And every phone has a certain amount on it. When I stop using it, it stops at that point, right? Because I don't give them away. Right.
Well, what you ought to do is you can go to places like, and I'm not endorsing anything like this. You can go get a Google Drive or something like that. It's really cheap.
No, not that, but a Google Drive.
No, on your phone. Okay. So like with your email and stuff like that, you can store pictures. You can do all kind of stuff. I mean, there are different ways, different things that you can do.
Well, the lady was telling me from when I called about the phone, about the problem, she was telling me that there's a gadget that I can go buy, right? Probably just like that external drive.
Yeah, it's an external drive, yeah.
Yeah, and she told me to get that and just take everything off and put it on there.
But you can also store stuff in the cloud.
Man, I got and I don't know if you got it or not, but that was one of the reasons why I called. I got a notification from Apple that iCloud had been hacked. That's what I told the viewers last week, okay? Yeah. So, I mean, now I see that they're not downloading everything. If you want something, you got to wait a minute, before they download. And they're going to tell you what they're going, how many things they're going to download. So, and the lady said it was a true hack, she said, and what happens in our country is that we get a false sense of security about things. And so we trust everything when the hackers and black knighters are 2 steps ahead of us every day, I said, because that was y'all's pitch. That nobody, it was unhackable, right?
There's no such thing.
No, well, that's what she said, okay? Yeah. She said at one point, maybe, she said, but that was their pitch, though. Remember, they were unhackable. The cloud was the best place for you to store stuff and all that other stuff. Yeah. But I get stuff all the time from places that I would least expect that they say that I've been hacked. The bank church where I was depositing my tithes, they busted out the employee. They didn't tell us the name, but they said she got fired. She took people's files.
Oh, wow.
I got one from...
so she was taken from the church?
Not from my church, no. When she left, she took all account numbers from everybody. I guess she knew that had funds in them. She went in and took that stuff and changed their account numbers and everything.
Oh, wow.
And they sent it to her in a letter. And then it was one from the hospital. So I've told y'all about this one before. Which I got it from Doctor's Hospital. Hadn't been to Doctor's Hospital in forever, right?
Yes.
And when I called them, their Department for Business, she said, they told me then that what's that place you go to? urgent care.
Urgent care?
Yeah, that they were, and probably some of my other doctors are a member of this consortium that they do, that they store information. But we were the biggest hit, so everybody else got affected. So I said the hospital, the church, Apple, our cloud, right? And it was two other ones I told on here before that I get letters that they've been hacked. They don't actually said that you hacked. They said that we don't know, we've been hacked, and you need to keep account of your things. If you think you've been a victim, then you need to check your credit report, every so often, check your bank accounts, keep track of it for a period of time. And if you want us to pay for you, you don't have to pay to get your credit report. If you get once a year, it's free. Okay, but they said we'll pay for your credit report, and stuff. And everybody's letter says it's a.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because that's one thing that we had talked about that we just want to reiterate, that you are entitled to a free copy of your credit report. There are 3 credit reporting bureaus: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. So you can go to each one of those and get a free copy of your credit report. You can also go to annualcreditreports.com and get a free copy of your credit report as well. So before you pay for it and whatnot, now if you want the credit score, you may have to pay for that. But as far as the credit report, I think it's very important that particularly seniors and even young folks, because I was reading something where, like I have a 2-year-old daughter right now, and then people are out there stealing their information, and will use their information to open up credit.
And why is that? Because the government told us years ago that if we had young kids in the house, that we could now, because we claim them on our income taxes, that we had to get a Social Security number for them.
Yeah.
For an infant that ain't not working anywhere. It never made sense to me. You understand what I'm saying? So you put them in the system very, very early. You put them at risk very, very early, even before they're able to get credit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would recommend, it's something that I'm going to talk to my wife about, but I would recommend that you keep an eye out on your child's report as well. So part of your your yearly thing, or even like a quarterly thing, you need to, if you don't look at your credit report often, if you don't have a service, there are services out there. I'm not going to mention any of them because they're commercial services, but that will help allow you to monitor your credit report daily or weekly or however. But I highly recommend that you keep constant look on your credit report, and you also need to look at your bank account.
Well, I check my bank account. Okay.
Well, some people don't check that, because
I do.
particularly seniors.
Yeah.
Because some people, they don't do the electronic thing, and they have like the physical checkbook, and they keep up with their stuff, and they may only go to the bank once a month, or something like that. But you need to. I think you need to check it weekly.
Yes.
Because if you're thinking that money is there, but somebody's has hacked you and taking your money out your account and whatnot. So you need to let the bank know as soon as possible so they can trace it and put that money back.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
Because I check mine every week. And before you, like large checks, like for your mortgage and your, this is just my recommendation, okay? Because you don't never know what's going to happen when it's going to happen, okay?
Yeah.
And some of the banks I have seen have gone back to some of their old practices where you might have a large check, but you got that you put in first.
Yeah.
But you got all these like McDonald's or CVS or something. So instead of them cashing that check that you put in the bank 2 days ago for your mortgage, they'll let these little checks come in, and you'll notice the date that they tell you when it was paid was after the fact, to force you to bounce that large check.
Gotcha.
And 2 of those banks were put on censure at one point.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I kind of noticed that one. That's why I say I check my bank account all the time. I do not.
Well, Paula, I'm gonna tell you like this. I check my account daily.
It's about like that.
Online.
Yeah.
So
I don't
I'm
go
looking,
online. I don't do online.
I have the app. I check my I don't check my personal account daily, but my business bank accounts.
Yeah.
I check those daily.
Yeah.
Because as an attorney, you have something called a public trust account.
That's right.
Where you hold your clients' funds.
Yep.
So sometimes at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, one of the first things I do is I get up. After I say a couple prayers and whatnot, that's the first thing that I check to make certain that everything's okay.
And after I don't write any more checks on my mortgage check until after it's cleared.
Gotcha.
Right? when it says it's clear.
Do you write a physical check or do
Well,
you?
I have to call it in. I do not.
call it in.
I don't do online anything. I call everybody.
Okay.
From the electric company on down. I call you. You're on the telephone. So if something happens,
Yeah.
I have a record that I called. You took my payment. I don't care whether you use, what's that thing called for BS, your BGE, Bill Matrix, it might be the wrong company. So that Bill Matrix gets something wrong, that ain't on me.
Yeah.
You sent me to them to make my payment. Okay.
And I'm the exact opposite.
Okay.
Almost everything that I have, with the probably exception of maybe one check, is electronic.
I do not do
I don't really.
online.
I don't write checks.
I don't do online. Well, see, that one, they have changed too, where it was a couple of places that they would take checks. That was your mortgage company.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was another company that would take checks, but everybody else would take your debit card, right?
Yeah.
Well, I see that some of these companies that were taking checks are now taking your debit card. Now, I don't know that's because they've seen a trend that it doesn't matter because you give out too much information when you give out your checking account number, okay? A debit is only going to give them but so much information. Because remember, we found that out with the schemers and the skimmers.
I just
right?
think it's cheaper.
Well,
it's cheaper for them to do it that way because they don't have to have a if a check is coming in, they got to have a physical person to pick up that check and look at that check and log it in. Whereas
well,
if
it's not a
debit,
physical check. It's an automated system that they use.
Okay.
Don't send anything through the mail.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I've written the check in a long time.
No,
So.
I don't think I wrote it. You know what I do? I write the check out for me.
Yeah.
And the day I paid it, who I talked to,
Yeah.
and the reference number on the check, and
Yeah.
what the check number was. And I keep the checkbook,
Yeah.
okay? That's just my method of record keeping, right? Because I don't trust anybody at this point when I've seen all these different things happening, and all these letters that I know. Look, I thought I was safe. The one thing that I thought that if anything were to ever happen to me would be by not using the online doctor's notes. I would, if I went to the hospital, my doctor's office, I don't care. PT, anybody. Do not send me an automated note about me, okay? I don't need that, okay?
And Paula, you know what?
What?
In the last 6 months,
What?
my doctor has this thing where you can log in and you can see everything now.
Yep.
I think it's through Luminous Health.
It's through
and I love it. And I love it.
Well, you go right ahead.
I didn't think I would like it.
Yep.
But it like right before because I go to the doctor probably like once a quarter or something like that because I got to check up on your medications and things of that nature. And then the doctor puts their notes in there about like what tests you go take and I like it.
Well, you an online person. I'm not, okay?
Yeah.
Because I felt like this by working in the health industry for years in customer service. I felt like the only way that I could prove myself when they first started doing all this hack stuff was that I could prove that I had whatever. Go get my doctor's records. I'll get them for you from the doctor's office, okay? Where I might have my appendix taken out, what day, gallbladder, whatever. This is the only thing I can prove that this is me.
Yes.
Not using online.
Yes.
Because now the hacker not only knows me, but they even know all my personal business as far as my health is concerned. Because the health industry is behind the times so far as making sure your information is safe. Okay?
Yeah.
Let me tell you that, okay? They're still using some of the same old practices. Now, they might got some new people to take care of them that sold them. Well, we could protect this. They can't, just like you said.
Yeah.
And nobody's not hackable, okay?
That's true.
So just by working in, that was the one place that I thought that if anything that ever happened, that I could prove this is me. You understand? Now, since they have it, because they don't care what you tell them, because if they put you in the system, every time I go to the doctor, I get a new thing, say, oh, well, would you log on and click on and create this account? Because, we just open it. And I sent them a note back, said, nope, I told my doctor I didn't want to be a part of this service. Now, where it benefits other people is that if you go to the hospital or something, but they've been doing that before they even told you, they can go look at your hospital note from the doctor's office, but that was supposed to be a system between the doctor's office and the hospital or the emergency room. Not for you to have to go online to get your information because it wasn't online for that purpose. Now, I guess because people move around with this Advantage plan. I'm gonna tell you that's my personal opinion, guys. This ain't got nothing to do with the Advantage plan. It's just
So
my
is this
personal
like
opinion.
is this a Medicare thing here?
Well, Advantage is Medicare.
Okay.
But I think that those for people that want to have it. But I think that it makes it easier for them.
Is this like the Plan B or something like that
no,
that you were talking about?
It's not.
Okay.
It's not. It's like It's like a Plan C.
Okay.
If you got Advantage, okay.
Okay.
A and B is one is for doctors, one's for hospitals.
I understand.
Okay, and,
Okay.
and then you have to have a medical one. And I
Okay.
can't remember what alphabet that is. Okay.
I'm not quite there yet. That's why I'm asking.
I can't tell you which one is which, but on television, pay attention because they would tell you these
Yeah.
Advantage plans would tell you about A, B, C, D. Okay, what they
Okay.
are. So I think that they found a way. My own personal opinion, I do not know, but this is just what I feel that. They found that because so many people were having automobile accidents and, you know, in different industries want to have your health thing, it was easier for them just to have them online because it was costing people a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to change doctors to another doctor, you would have to pay for all those records. You, the citizen,
Yeah.
would have to pay for
I remember those days.
Okay? So now I think that they made it so that the system is where everybody can see it. They can just go into Dr. Kelly, send it to them, they get them, and you know they got your records. You understand? You don't have to pay for it. So, and then if you move into this Advantage plan where they have all these opportunities for you to be able to, you know, take in, that all these people got all your information. See, that's what I'm saying. Nothing is safe. I don't have an Advantage plan, and I would recommend to anybody that you do what you feel is best for you. Okay, but I'm not going to say why. Because that might have changed. I'll tell you later on, you know, about whether A, B, and C, and D, you know. But I don't want to, long time ago when they first started with Advantage Plan, I can tell you why I believe it failed. Because it was supposed to be for open enrollment only. Anytime that you did anything was open enrollment. When they first came out with Advantage Plan on a insurance agent friend of mine, not the one that comes on this show, but I was working someplace else at the time. He told me don't sign up for Advantage because if you want to go back to what you had, which is a better plan that you could ever have, then you can't get back. Okay, so stay where you are because this is a trial run. Okay, so it was supposed to stop after open enrollment.
Okay.
Where everything else shut down after open enrollment for everybody across the planet. For I don't care what kind of insurance that you had. Well, a month later they came up with trying to sell you still the Advantage plan. So that let me know that you didn't have that many people that signed up for it. So they almost had Advantage almost year round. Okay.
Okay.
So then when it came back again, this go round, now they have doctors and conglomerate, you know, co-ops.
Okay.
Kind of stuff where the doctors are kind of getting a conglomerate or whatever you want, whatever the right word is, to come together so that they can get your medical records, right?
Okay.
So I think it makes it easier for those doctors to be able to get your medical records because you're already in the system, you know. And so, what is it that you prove? And you know, you work with people that had to prove that they were themselves. So, what is it? What else do you have left but you to say this is me? Not the person that you got on a credit card. Not the person that you got with my Social Security number, because they tell you do not give your Social Security number or your Medicare number out to anybody else unless you call Medicare yourself, okay? They do not solicit your Social Security number. They do not call you on the phone for your Medicare number. So let me tell you that. Do not, by phone call, somebody calls you, my fellow senior citizens, or anyone else, but especially you. If somebody calls you or sends you something and they're asking you for your Medicare number and Social Security number, Medicare and Social Security will tell you they do not solicit your information by phone or by mail unless you have, you know, some kind of thing going on with them that they have to send you something. You understand? Okay. So I'm just telling you, do not. And even on the papers that you get every month that tell you how much money, who paid what, who shot John. It even tells you on there. Do not give out your Medicare number, your Social Security number to anybody else. Read the back of them bills that bills with what they paid out. Read the back of them. They'll tell you. Even your student loan people are telling you to do the same thing. I just got some of that mail in. And they said, do not give out your Social Security number to anybody that you don't know. Call, because they can make, it's gotten so good that they make, I was talking about this last week, that they make any kind of mail that you get looking online or in the mail exactly like what the original company looks like. So you can't tell one from the other, okay? Only thing that might be different, it might be a little slight different than the telephone number. So if you know what the number is for Medicare and you have it in your phone like I do, I know the number for Social Security is in my phone, okay? So those two things are very important.
So let me ask you this: when you call Medicare, do they ask you for your?
When you call Medicare, they're not going to answer. They have identifiable. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but they have identifiable ways that you can identify yourself.
That's what I didn't know. So.
Yeah, they identify you. They have to go through a process and Social Security does too. Like I said,
so when you
have
call
the right number though. Make sure you got the right number.
When you call Social Security, they don't ask you for your Social Security number. They have ways to identify you.
Well, you have to call and just ask.
Okay.
For
I'm
yourself.
just curious. Yeah,
I'm just telling people, call for yourself.
Yeah.
And call either one of those organizations. Make sure they're not something you got through the mail, okay? Not unless it's a number that you have in your phone, right? Or written down someplace that's safe. Or your card itself, right? On the back of it, it gives you your number or who you can call. So,
this is for Medicare.
Yeah, this is for Medicare, right?
Okay.
Your Social Security card got a phone number, I think, on the back of it. If you got one recently, like a new one or something.
Yeah, mine is from.
Oh, well, okay.
Mine is from the 70s.
Well,
so
you can check.
I'm still holding on to it. It's like a piece of a card. So
okay.
It's a piece of a card.
I got a new one. Last time I got a job, I just got a new one.
Yeah.
It's the same Social Security number. I just got a new card.
Yeah.
Look, it's free, Donald.
I hadn't had to get a job in 20 years.
It ain't even a job. It's just good, Donald. They send it to you for free. Call them on the phone.
I will.
Can I get a copy of my Social Security card?
All right.
Because your number's gonna be so faded. You're gonna be looking like later on. Is that an 8 or a 9 or a 7? Call. It's free.
Gotcha.
They will send you out a free Social Security and a Medicare card if you need one. Call them. Ask them. Don't sit around and keep that one that you had when you was in high school, okay?
Oh, mine is from elementary school.
Okay.
It's from the 70s, so.
Throw it in the trash. Tear it up after you get your new one. Tear it up. Oh, and that's the other thing. After you get a new one, tear the old one up. Tear it up really, really, really good, okay? Just don't take it and bowl it up and put it in the trash, okay? If you get one of those services, they'll instruct you and tell you what to do with it, even ask Social Security, okay, then what I do with the old one, okay? Somebody from those agencies should tell you what you need, okay? The student loan people, you need to do the same thing because they got a scam that's running out here that they look just like, because they've forgiven loans and stuff, and they look like the right people and everything. And then you got people calling you up about the Advantage plan. You say, nope, I don't want it. Don't even say who you are. Just say, when you hear him talk, say, no, thank you. And when you say, I don't want it, someone rude enough, they just hang up the telephone on you. Mm-hmm. You don't identify yourself or who you are because you don't know who that is. So if they say, am I talking to XYZ, say, well, who are you trying to reach?
Yeah.
No. Okay, because if they're the right person, they know they got the right number. You understand what I'm saying? Don't be saying yes to these people. You're giving them information for them to be able to call you back, okay? So if you say, I'm sorry, whoever you're looking for, this is the wrong number. Okay, please do not call this number again. Okay, they won't call, I block them. But then they use another number.
They use another number.
Yes. And one lady that I talked to, she told me, because I kept on blocking them, and they guess it must run out to block numbers, right? And I said, lady, I don't know who you're trying to reach. I keep on telling you guys not to call me. She said, well, even if you're not this person, are you so-and-so? Nope, I can't, Okay, so I said, but thank you very much.
You know what I do on my personal phone? Mm-hmm. I answer, Law Office of Donald Bell. How can I help you?
Somebody else, Dave was sitting on here last week talking about how when he answers his phone, right? He said, just pick out a name. Okay, I'm going to start doing that.
So that's how I answer it because I get like a lot of. I'm on the do not call list.
I am too.
But I still get like these offers for for loans and
Yep.
like all that.
Yep.
So as soon as I say that, I just hear a click on the other side.
Yep.
Like click.
And some of them just get nasty, you know, with you, but that's okay. Just don't give them no information because they're phishing. They call it phishing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So don't give anybody any information that you don't know, that you personally don't have a relationship. Don't do it.
Yeah.
And your bank number, a person or representative, next time you go to the bank, make sure you get a card that has their bank number, their number on it, okay? So that you know that you're calling the right bank, okay? They leave out business cards all the time. So instead of calling or going on, because people Google everything, but you don't know if you're Googling the right place or not.
I
So
understand.
they still have IDs. I mean,
Yeah.
so you might say this turned into how to protect yourself.
Yes.
Get a card, a business card from the bank that you use, so that you can put that phone number in your phone. So you know if it comes up, it's going to say so and so bank or so and so bank, okay? Because anybody that call me on a number, I put an identifier on it. Crank call from selling so and so, you know, and I do that for myself. So if it comes up,
Yeah.
I know that it's a crank call and who it's coming from. So put identifiers in your phone so you don't have to even answer it, you know, because these black sites are getting very, very small. When you tell me one of the most notorious companies, when this phone started getting sold, that they had the best protection plan that they had for anybody because the police couldn't hack it. Okay, not that you had to worry about it, but that was the way they were selling. And that the cloud was the safest place that you could have. When I got a letter last month telling me that the cloud had gotten hacked, I lost all faith in everything. Okay, and so no matter what you do, if it's your bank branch and the whole branch has gotten hacked, it ain't nothing you can do about it.
That's right.
You know, but at least you've done the best that you can to keep yourself safe.
Well, I think that's why we told people earlier, you know, you got to monitor. You just can't sit back and just expect for everything to be okay. You got to monitor your bank accounts. You got to monitor your credit, you know, your credit cards, your loans, you know, your credit report. You got to monitor that stuff to make certain that there's nothing that's going on that you're not aware of. You got to look at every transaction that's on your bank card, that's in your statement. Take a look at that statement every month. You know, you should probably be looking at it probably once a week.
Well, I ask them for hard copies, okay, because they want to put me online. I'm not going online. So I get all my stuff in the mail, okay? But I do call, you know. Once I make a transaction, I give it a day to see if it's in pending status. And then I wait, and then I'll check and make sure that it's cleared. And I would then ask them, do you have anything else that's sitting out there that's been pending?
Yeah.
And they'll say yes or no. So it's just ways that you just have to, because a little bit of money that we have.
Whatever makes you comfortable.
Yeah, whatever makes you comfortable. And
Yeah.
the thing about it, with the little bit of money we have, we don't want everybody just taking it.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm glad you're here because that was a good conversation.
Yeah.
And we want to say thank you, and we want to say be safe, stay blessed, and stay hydrated out there, okay? And thank you for being a viewer. And please pay attention to some of the information that Attorney Bell has given you, as well as some of the information that I've given to you. And if we repeat it 1,000 times, we have an election coming up. Please go out and vote. We have another election that's coming up that's
Well, I think before you need to get registered to vote and then vote.
Oh, those people that have not registered.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
You've
registered.
moved or something like that, you need to make certain that you registered at the right place so you can vote.
Yes. Okay. I forgot about that because
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been at the same place forever. Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, you register, especially you young people. We need you. Please register to vote. And the ones that have, just make sure you're still going to the same polls.
Good
And
night.
Good night.